Welcome back to more S-Rank guides. This time we are in Shadow's story. We're hopping off using the same save file as we did with Sonic and Silver. So when we see Silver in this story, we're gonna have his upgrades. So for Shadow, there's no upgrades other than the Memory Shard Light, which we get at the very end anyway. And his main method is, of course, comboing with his Chaos Spear. Very cool thing about Chaos Spear is you can use up to 3 of them in the air, and when you use one after a jump dash, you gain the ability to do a second jump dash. Now, even though you have up to 3 spears, you can only do 1 second jump dash. So if you really want to combo stuff with Shadow, the best way to do it is to actually use the straight jump dash type. I'm going to be using Legacy here, though, because Legacy is just more fun to use. And White Acropolis has one of the easiest S ranks in the entire game. Probably the easiest S rank in the entire game, honestly, because it's such a short stage. You can pretty much defeat whatever enemies you want in this first initial section here. Oh, boom, boom. We're definitely going to be focused a lot on enemy score in Shadow's story since he's geared toward that more combat focus, even though every character is really combat focused in Project 06. I was supposed to do that. And here's a great way to get the S rank. So we'll just defeat these 5 enemies, and then a whole bunch of other dudes spawn, and they have a leader right here, which when defeated, defeats everyone else, and we just get 24,000 points for free. So there you go. There's the White Acropolis S rank. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just gun it to the end. I won't do anything too speed runny for folks that are following along or maybe need help with it. In fact, just for fun, I might actually take the buggy here. Never played Shadow? Well, here you go, man. Great time to be at the stream.
Dr. Eggman is no match for me.
So let's go ahead. The initial buggy here was actually removed. I think that always stays up. Thankfully, we can use the physics of P06 to bypass that anyway. If you really need more points, there are tons of enemies here. But just for some funsies and some variety. Buggy's underrated. I fully disagree with that. The buggy is not great. The buggy does not do anything that Shadow can't do better normally. Move, defeat enemies, like anything. It's certainly better than it was in the original game. Actually, it's pretty much the same, really. Other than, I don't actually know if the projectiles are homing, like the missiles that it fires, if they're homing in the original game. Like they are here. This is actually going to be a bit of a problem, because these are going to home in. I wonder if they still travel super far. It looks like their attack speed is a lot faster in Project 06. This is genuinely the first time I've been in the buggy since I made, like, the Shadow character bio. Or the... Maybe I did it for the tier list? I have no idea. It would be really cool if it was the fastest way. I think in the original game, the speed run, the fastest way to destroy all these searchlights is with the buggy. I could kind of see it with the projectile speed boosted, but the buggy is so out of the way in this section that it's just not worth grabbing it. So Shadow's got one easy S rank, and it doesn't get any harder in Kingdom Valley because there is one particular Easter egg we're going to take advantage of that's going to completely completely nullify the S rank unless we die in Section 3, because the Easter egg's at the end of Section 2.
What a faraway place to set the extraction point.
This is Kingdom Valley. Long ago, there was a royal castle. I wonder why Soliana moved the castle away.
I would say if you feel like using the Easter egg is cheating, there still are plenty of enemies to defeat here in Kingdom Valley. But, I mean, it's not cheating to use the Easter egg, so might as well. Zoom up here. Let's look for these 3 keys.
Leave it to me.
Now, of course, we get the worst key spawn possible.
Those enemies look like they're guarding that.
Throw some bombs. Very nice.
It looks like it's equipped with heavy weapons. I bet his legs are pretty fragile.
Oh, nice. I played this game for a living. At least I tried to. Let's try that again.
Looks like we need to find three
Maybe we'll get a better key spawn.
Leave it to me. That robot will throw bombs at you
Nope.
from the walls. Be careful.
I know that it's not weighted differently, but goddamn, it feels like I get this key all the time.
Let's clear them out quickly.
Rouge has died, Return of Eggman. Which keeps kicking me out of your streams? Is it because you're on mobile? Wow, the exact same set. Well, at least first two keys, anyway. Hey, what up, Philip? How you doing, man? Yeah, I gotta RNG manipulate for the IL set, and then I just get the exact... Wow, completely retail keys. Well, all these issues you've been having sound like it's a consequence of the mobile version of Twitch. As folks have told me, it's not great.
Okay, let's get going.
So,
You can use
yes.
this vehicle to get across the lake.
I will say that if you have a bad product, that I will not talk good about your bad product. Would be kind of silly. Unless you're giving me money for it. I have a price. Okie dokie. So, time to get the S rank in Shadows Kingdom Valley, which all we have to do is, instead of taking the eagle, come over here, get a slope jump off of this rock, use the Chaos Spear to get up in here, and welcome to the I Can't Believe It room, which you'll understand the name of it in a second, but first, we have to defeat, I believe there are 5 enemy waves. You can get enough points for the S rank just from the first 2 enemy waves, I believe, but we'll go ahead and do all of them. Oh, I accidentally fell. Not that it matters at all. Now, I would recommend not using Chaos Blast right in the center of the room. Like, be a little bit offset, because if you stand on the box and use Chaos Blast, Shadow will rise into the chandelier and then take damage. So if you have no rings, you'll just die, which is really funny, but definitely not recommended. When you hit the switch...
I can't believe it.
Wow! I can't believe it. I also found that from this room that the 5 target limit on Chaos Snap does not apply to item boxes. Let's see, 412 rings, 59,000 points. You guys think we got the S rank?
We're getting close to the extraction point.
Oh, really? He legitimately cannot believe it. Yeah, you're right. You're right, there isn't enough. Where are you? Oh, I guess you are supposed to just fall down. I was like, where are you supposed to go from here? Even if I do die, there's just so many enemies in Shadow's story, and because of how the Chaos Spear works and the double homing attack, it's just really hard to drop any S ranks. I would say that you can get an S rank in every one of Shadow's stages in the final section of the stage. Yeah. It's certainly possible. Radical Terrain Section 2. Probably not. Maybe if you just really delay destroying the train and defeat all the enemies, but then again, you need the... You're on a time limit there because the train can't actually get away. So yeah, Radical Terrain's the only one where you really need Section 1. But it's also really hard to die in Radical Terrain Section 2. So.
Charge without me. I need to get out of the way and then counterattack. How does this work?
Time bonus should subtract points? What?
The wind is strong.
You did the stage too fast. Worse rank. Actively punishment for playing the game better.
Yes.
I love it. That's true. If you just stay in between the train tracks, which was going to be my recommendation anyway, and it's not really a big deal. All right, heading into Crisis City. Kind of like Silver's S-Rank guide. This stage has got a lot of sections, a lot of rings, a lot of enemies. We'll see if maybe I can kind of score attack it to where we... Oh, no way. Oh, I lost the combo. I thought I was going to be able to keep it. That would have been nuts. Damn, Violus. I suppose another thing to make note of with Sonic, Shadow, and Blaze's homing attacks is that you can actually homing attack non-targetable objects that are still destructible, like the rock I just did right there. Or there is also just wooden boxes and things like that, and you refresh your homing attacks. I actually use that in the speedrun quite a bit, especially in Shadow's Wave Ocean. For crossing some gaps that we normally couldn't. Hello? Another really, really useful thing about score attacking with Shadow is that he can hold a Chaos Spear indefinitely. So if you need some time to think before making your next move, literally just hold the spear for a little bit and look around the camera. Of course, that doesn't work if you're trapped in a situation where you're locked via camera volumes, but... I would say that Kingdom Valley's not easier than White Acropolis simply because the stage is harder. White Acropolis is not only an easy S rank, but it's an incredibly easy stage
To move to
as well.
jump while using the left stick.
Bites the curb too quickly? Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll make a scripted short on that too, because I did a scripted short today on what happens if you let the whale run away in Wave Ocean, which is actually really fun to do. It was very different than what I had done before.
Those things will crawl. It's as safe as the jail, so you better watch out.
Yeah, the big enemy bonus in White Acropolis is just right there, so it's really easy to grab it. Man, this is fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Because I'm having a blast just chilling, not necessarily having to look at the gameplay all the time. Do, 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 do. Same on the YouTube. I should have said. There are some times when I've watched VODs back where I think it's because, like, I have a thought and then I think about the gameplay for a second, so I stop that thought and then I finish the thought, like, not 5 minutes later, but like 30 seconds later, because my brain literally has it on pause. So, a tip with Section 3. What you can do is just move the hang glider all the way up, just barely to where you're above this rock right here, and you can just fly over everything in this section. You don't have to worry about it at all. Again, I'm playing on Silver Patch version 1.4, so I will hopefully have another S-Rank guide in the future, and I imagine I will because the score system will most likely, not 100% confirmed, be changing. And now we get Shadow's unique Section 4, which combines both... It's Section F of Crisis City, which is broken into two halves in Silver's story, but it's all one in Shadow. This has really fun platforming. If you use a character switcher with Sonic, he has a really fun time in this section. Kind of a shame he never gets to run through it. The massive point bonus is required in White Acropolis. Like, you have to get it unless you're trying to speedrun. Because if you're trying to speedrun, you don't touch the ground with Shadow when you enter the portal, so the combo never activates.
How big is this fire?
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. Shadow had mock speed sections? I mean, if you play Legacy of Solaris, he does, and surprise, surprise, he is just a reskinned mock speed Sonic. Alright, good combo potential right here. Chaos Snap is super good, because you can do a homing attack and hold the button, and as long as you're holding the button, whenever an enemy comes into range, Shadow will lock onto it, even if his jump dash is over. It's very nice.
Yes.
Get that score, and there we go.
Perfect.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, into Flame Core we go. I guess Flame Core doesn't exist. Oh, it's just in the wrong spot. Hold on. Silly me. Oh, I can't move it while the splits are active. Well, just pretend it says Flame Core on the splits. In grade school? Not that I can remember. I was stabbed in the eye with a pencil in college, though.
It looks like I can use that as
I should say I was stabbed by a projectile, and the projectile was a pencil. Flame Core, nothing burger S rank. Shadow has, like, you're required to defeat so many enemies, and as long as you stay in the air, you're just gonna get it. Like, it's absurd how many enemies there are here. Thankfully, it was in the cornea, whatever the white part of your eye is. That's where it was for me, so it's not like there was any permanent damage or anything, thankfully. Very lucky. I was also very lucky that it didn't get stuck. It just poked me and that was it. Still there, really? That's crazy.
It's erupting. Let's go.
Wow, that's wild. Yeah, being a kid is dangerous. Good thing I grew up.
Let's go.
Now I drive a 2-ton motorized vehicle that can kill someone very easily. Much safer. Promise. Go the speed limit. From what I understand, actually, no. If Chaos wants to talk on it, he can. I'm sticking to my no speculation. Because I know my words have a lot of weight when it comes to the gray area for what content will be in P06.
Give me a hand here.
Just leave everything to me.
I don't know why the timer's not running. Not only is it the wrong stage, it's just not running. Did I accidentally pause it? Oh, I accidentally paused it. No!
Rouge, you saved me.
The very important timer, it's over. least the layout is red. Wait, the layout's red? I didn't notice. Does this mean I'm gonna have to make a last story layout too? Darn, I'm gonna have to change the color of the current layout. How terrible. Because I know that the first couple weeks are just gonna be me grinding out last story and last story run.
Yes.
No, I was thinking like teal maybe. Oh, I would do purple. Or maybe purple and yellow if I'm feeling fancy. Aquatic Base? No, Radical Train. That's where we're headed next. That's not what the splits say, but that's where we are. Radical Train is probably Shadow's toughest S rank. You are on a time limit once again, like Sonic's Radical Train. It's fairly generous though. So, also Shadow just took a missile to the face there. Shout out Super Armor. Or I guess Super Armor would be no knockback, but still take damage. What's up? Is it Adafix Adam? Cool name. Like the syllabicness of it, I guess. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. Currently doing an S rank guide for Shadow the Hedgehog story in Sonic Project 06.
This conveyor belt changes direction. Those missiles are guided and they explode on impact. If they lock on, I need to shoot them off.
Oh, just going a little fast here. It's not too big of a deal. The time that it takes Eggman to get to the switch is very generous. But there's still lots of enemies we can combo along the way. Also, more astute folks may notice that I'm not using the tornado kick with Shadow, even though the tornado kick's super good. I mean, I guess it's not necessarily uncontrollable. I feel like the tornado kick and using it properly and not getting hurt after taking damage is a little bit advanced. So, trying to get the S ranks without doing that.
I'll be able to catch up with the doctors.
As a Solaris could be an emote, they could. We don't need the bikes.
Press the Y button to get
The
out.
spin dash.
I can jump over the area without any cargo. I'm going to have to destroy the train so it doesn't get away.
Emote? Dude, a gif of the Eye of Solaris would be hilarious. Because we could have both purple and red eyes, too. That'd be fun. Hopefully I'm still around by then. I'm sure no matter what life brings me, I will be back for at least the start of the last release.
Yes.
That was really funny when Chaos and I were doing the showcase. Did that happen?
Perfect.
There's yes rank. And next up is Flame Core. It's actually Aquatic Base. Aquatic Base. There's so many enemies that you just get it. You can even just get it in Section 2 with Shadow's comboing. The combo system being as ridiculous as it is just... It's really beneficial for Shadow. Because he has so many enemies. During GDQ, yeah. GDQ feels like such a distant memory, even though it was like the beginning of July. Nice. 20,000 points, 36 seconds into the stage. I think we're doing all right. Fun trick you can do here is grab these spike balls. Spike balls, while Silver's grabbing them, still do damage to enemies, so you can just walk forward into all of them.
Careful, I'll fall.
And of course, I have all of Silver's upgrades. You can use ESP mode if you want, but I opted not to.
Home targets.
Now, if you're noticing, I'm kind of just doing it by muscle memory, which is definitely my bad. If you're noticing me not using a Chaos Spear, but still initiating the double homing attack, that's because I'm pressing the A and X button at the exact same time. It allows me to do the second jump dash without doing a Chaos Spear. Wow, that automation's fast now. Go ahead and go into boost level 1 here. Chaos Snap is just so nice to have for these big enemy sections. Yeah, what he said. Shout out Magnetic Poles. I'm actually kind of surprised the Magnetic Poles only make their appearance there in Shadow's Aquatic Base. This stage definitely, to me, feels like a leftover. Like, Shadow goes through barely any of it. Like, Silver takes up a pretty sizable chunk, like almost as much runtime as Shadow's portion of Section 1. And then Section 2 is just cut off so early here. I do also find it funny that Shadow and Silver are supposed to split up, yet their goal rings are in the exact same location. Oh, hey, look at that. We're actually going to Wave Ocean next.
Perfect.
Easiest S rank in the game, I'd still say, is White Acropolis. Aquatic Base does have some bottomless pits, and if you're not adept or proficient with Silver's moveset, you can die in those pits a lot. Whereas White Acropolis has, like, one spot that's a little spooky. I do, Murray.
When this job is over, I want to come back here.
Wave Ocean actually can be a little bit tricky. When you're Omega here, great way to get good combos is to use his Omega launcher. You can also be in the air and do like these big 2 damage Omega pellets to keep a combo going as well. The melee attack isn't too great for keeping a combo. Go this way, why not? I think there are rings over here. The Omega launcher is definitely like the best. Or maybe just defeating enemies is good, I don't know. I normally only worry about Shadow's part when it comes to getting the S rank. But we'll have some fun, why not? Omega, I know, has the slowest air speed. I'm not sure about ground speed. That's a chaos question. I wouldn't be surprised if it was shared between multiple characters. Like, I could see Omega, Amy, and maybe Sonic and the Princess all having the same top speed. Princess probably has the same top speed as regular Sonic, though. You just can't achieve it as quickly because you don't have Spin Dash or Blue Gem or anything. Gosh, I love mobbing with Omega. It's so fun. Just blasting through everything. Weapons bed with Omega? Maybe someday.
Okay, we'll find Omega.
We'll see. Unfortunately, I don't have full meter, so I'm going to defeat one of these guys. Go into Chaos Boost, and now we should be able to do... Oh, dang. Okay, so it looks like you can't get to the top here and keep the combo going. I mean, which is fine. There's still a ton of enemies right here. And if we're lucky, we can use that property where I said you can destroy normally non-targetable objects and keep the homing attack going. Yep, we just did it right there. Very nice. Hey, Surge. Do I keep the combo after the switch? I do. 24-8. Very nice. It's actually, I'd almost say it is good if you're trying to combo with Shadow to only stay in Chaos Boost level 1. Because Chaos Boost level 2 gives you the Lance, and the Lance, no matter what, will always do damage. Even your base Chaos Spear, whereas the base Spear just stuns. And it's very nice for positioning. It, like, if you still want to homing attack the enemy to get to wherever it's sitting, to be able to have the snap, but also have just the base spear, so that you don't accidentally defeat it or whatever. Hello, Dave. Thanks for the points.
Need a hover vehicle to get a close range.
I mean, it makes sense that it would be a combo ending event, though.
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't be mad if the combo ended. I had a feeling that it wouldn't, because in Blaze's White Acropolis, after you defeat the enemies and it gives you the cutscene to open the door, you get the combo afterward. So, I assume it's the same type of thing there. Okay, that was Wave Ocean. Dusty Desert time. Yeah, it's insane how much score you can get in Shadow stages.
I'll take him.
So here's my recommendation for Shadow's Dusty Desert. Section 1, I recommend doing this casually as well. Normally, as I'm sure if you've played this before, you have to go through a bunch of pillars in order to activate the opening of the temple door right here. But the trigger to open the temple door in Project 06 is just right here. So you can just do it, go through. Dusty Desert Section 2 has more than enough to get an S rank. The time bonus in this stage is also insane. Kind of disappointing, yeah. I'd say so. Dusty Desert Section 2, same as what we've been doing. We're just going to continue to combo. There's no real tricks. Omega's got a section here, which means we got tons of enemies to get points from. Once again. So hopefully the gameplay and the input display will show off how to do this good. Shout out to the hover being tied to the action gauge, so we can just continue hovering. Fight room. Best recommendation here is to go in a counterclockwise faction. You defeat those guys. Then you can come over here, see these guys across the way, build up a little bit of speed. Omega has terrible airspeed. Can you make this? Oh, you could if I had a little bit more, but that's fine. I don't believe there is a spring here that sends you all the way up. You can fall down here. So if you really want to, you can just hit that spring at the start and then come up here, defeat these guys, and then go around clockwise if you'd like to go from top to bottom. That's probably a better way to do it. Is this the right way? Got it. I'm so used to being here by the time the door opens. Go ahead, just avoid these guys. It's more trouble than it's worth defeating them there. Happy Labor Day. Thank you, man. Happy Labor Day to you, too. And if you thought I wasn't going to use Gatling guns, this is the best room for it. I don't actually know if... I think you get a combo here still, even though you're on the ground the entire time. Ring, please. Thank you. Because since you're still performing actions, yeah. Wait, who's still alive? How did you escape? Take care of that real quick. Do 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 do. Excuse me. Switching back over to Shadow, and now we can combo properly again. Combo system is so crazy in this game. I don't have a homing attack. Do a flip, SA2. Very nice. And do a homing attack out of the flip as well. I thought the door would open. Do Americans have weird-ass holidays? Probably the same reason your country has weird holidays to me. National holidays are wild, aren't they? Well, you see, Stelmo, my holidays make sense because of this, this, and this. You got me on Cinco de Mayo, though. I have no defense for Cinco de Mayo. And plop, 45,019 rings. This time bonus is going to be more than enough to grab the S rank here. And as a fun aside, we're gonna get... Actually, we haven't completed all the stages in the game, so we're not going to get it yet. When you complete all 28 stages in the game, you get a splash screen with all the credits and the super forms, compared to where if you just look in the credits in the game room section, it just shows silver. But it's a little annoying because we have to go back to Dusty Desert to grab the memory shard. So just a little bit extra.
Find 3 keys to move on.
Rouge's Tropical Jungle is a little tricky in getting the S rank. It does have a very high time bonus, so if you know where the keys are, it's pretty easy to get. But what we can do is if we come over here, if you're lucky, there's a key that actually spawns over here. There's an invincibility right here, and you can just cling to these walls and use the touch damage you have with invincibility. And just hit stuff. I would also say, at least between America and Europe, from what I understand, Europe, you don't work as much as you do in America. Yep, so we were able to do touch damage on all those enemies. Is it the glitch? That wasn't a glitch at all. Dude, where are these keys? Of course, we get the worst key spawns. Actually, this is a really good key spawn. I just passed by it.
It looks like you can break this platform.
I really like this song. I think it's very good. I like all of Tropical Jungle's tracks. I like this style of song for like ruined stuff over what Dusty Desert's interior song does. It's still a good song. I mean, every song in 06's soundtrack is good, other than the Elise theme or whatever that shit is. Yes, it has a higher element of RNG than other stories because of the key placements. For atmospheric, yeah, but I think that Tropical Jungle here also covers good atmosphere, like good atmosphere while also having a melody. Vine boom. All right, there we go. That's going to be all of the S ranks for Shadow Story, and then we're going to run back and grab that Memory Shard Light, but of course, just to confirm. There we go. The time bonus is insane. Even spending 2 minutes just rummaging around Tropical Jungle. Still very easily grab that S rank. And we're going to see the Memory Shard Light appeared in Dusty Desert and get the credits, but I'm not done playing the game yet. This also happens when you run all stories 100%. It's kind of funny. All right, real quickly, I'll answer that question in a second. I'm gonna do a fun little thing that we do in 100% all stories called Pit Strat, but let's go ahead and grab this Memory Shard Light. My ballpark for hours in P06 would probably be around 3,000. But if you ask me next week, I'll say 1,000 or something like that. Pit strat! We hit the checkpoint and we keep the memory shard afterward. And the S rank doesn't matter now, so can just die right there and we have the memory shard and can just complete Dusty Desert. Uh-oh. Got out Chaos Spear. A lot of P06, yeah, it's almost like it's my main job or something. The horizons have been expanding. I found out that I can actually make good videos about whatever topic I want. Because of all the skills I've learned with P06 stuff. But digressing back to what we were doing, that was Shadow's S-Rank guide. I really hope this video was super useful for you. I'll have timestamps for every stage as well. I don't know why I'd say that at the very end of this video. But until next time, YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.